My life story is I was born at a young age, very young, and I am from a very large family. We owned a supermarket growing up, so I learned a lot of my work ethics and skills working with people from my family and my background. I graduated from St. John's University in social work, again working with people. After I did that for about 10 years, I was EMS director at the college in town, which is Emergency Medical Services. And I was also able to teach some classes, first responder, EMT, CPR. When I was young, like most kids, I wanted to be a firefighter and was going to pursue it full time, but back when I was in my early 20s, I had very poor eyesight. And so that kept me from becoming a firefighter full time. I pursued and went into the volunteer fire department because at that time now, when you start getting into the 30s and 40s, it's hard to start that manual and physical occupation in firefighting.
With my father being on call all the time, it has definitely made things interesting for me in my life. Never knowing when he's going to be there or when he's going to be gone certainly makes times different for me. When I was younger, I would go to the fire hall all the time. Since my father is a single parent, he had to take me with him whenever he got a fire call or anything. Granted, it was pretty cool because I could boast to my friends saying, hey, my father's a firefighter, I've been to the fire hall, I get to play on the trucks and stuff. It also made times difficult because if we were at an important event, I'd have to leave and go there since there was no one else who could watch me or anything.
On the department as an individual, knowing what my responsibilities are when I'm assigned a task, whether it's driving the truck and running the pump, those are my responsibilities to know how to do it, to make sure the team and everyone is safe. It's the old saying, if you have the right tool for the right job, it makes it that much easier.
The biggest difference that I could see is that I would not have learned the value of my own alone time. Without him being on the fire department, he would be home almost every night of the week, unless he would go out with friends and stuff. But with the fire department, I can always count on him being gone a few nights of the week, which lets me do whatever I want. I really enjoy how he gets out of the house. He goes out, it's exercise, it's great, he interacts with people. My one fear is that one time he's going to go on one of these fire calls and he's not going to come back.
Sooner or later you're going to run into, whether it's a fatality, whether it's a victim inside a burnt house, you're going to be mentally challenged, you're going to be physically challenged. So I would say the biggest challenges are just being able to cope with being a firefighter physically and mentally, and being able to accept and ask for help if you need help in those areas, because there's a lot of things you can't really prepare yourself for until you're in that situation. You know, your first couple years, you're nervous, you're a novice, you're brand new, you just want to make sure you're learning everything, not embarrassing yourself, making sure you're doing the best that you can do. And then after 5 years, because I like the leadership and I like the teaching aspect, I applied for captain and got the captain position. The choice to do it was that I felt comfortable with the knowledge that I had as a firefighter, with the knowledge that I had to teach someone, you know, the ins and outs and the protocols or the standard operating procedures we have in our fire department. And I just felt comfortable enough and felt I was ready. When I started going into the EMS field or the medical field, I had a lot of support from the teachers that I had. You know, I didn't start out teaching right away. I had to go to class to become the first responder and the EMT and CPR certified. And my instructors were very supportive and said, hey, I think you'd be a good instructor, or it'd be a good field choice for you to pursue. Then when I started fire, it was the same thing. I made a lot of friends, a lot of people I worked with, a lot of my instructors were very supportive. I maybe see myself moving up to assistant chief, maybe to chief someday, but with that becomes more responsibilities, it's more political, more paperwork, What I really enjoy right now about the department is still having the connection with the crews, still having the hands-on, the teaching. Once you make those steps to the chief or assistant chief, it really becomes political and there's a lot more paperwork.
Right now he's 54 and he still has about 7 years, 8 years left on the fire department. But other than that, no, he loves it and I don't really mind it, and it's been great.
Thank you for the opportunity to share a little bit about my life and my background and what it's like for me to be a captain on the volunteer Waite Park Fire Department. I hope this answers your questions, and we are hiring. So if you have an interest, let me know.